Greetings everyone, I am Vasundhara Chaudhary from Chandigarh, India. I am the founder of a youth organization Inspiredose, which works at the intersection of mental health and spirituality. Today I'm going to talk about something that most of you don't actually want to talk about. So let me start with asking few questions. How many of you have faced anxiety? How many of you know how it feels like to face any kind of mental health issues? How many of you wiped your tears and faked a smile? I think most of you would have answered yes to at least one of the questions. Each one of us on this planet is a survivor. Each one of us has fought a battle that only we know about. Each one of us know how it feels like when a person is in depression, is feeling anxious, lonely, or has some kind of fear. Have a look at these stats. After looking at these stats, one can realize how important it is to normalize mental health, to be kind to each one around, and to stop judging people as we don't really know what the other person is going through. I know most of you would be thinking why I'm talking about mental health. My answer to you would be because I know how it feels like to suffer silently. When I was in 8th grade, I grew interest in mental health. And when I used to talk to people about it, the kind of response I received was not the one I expected. There was a stigma attached to it. People avoided the conversation. And they used to say depression and anxiety is not real. But deep down, I knew that the world is actually suffering. I had read various articles, newspaper reports, and blogs about it. But the turning point came when the pandemic started. My mental health deteriorated and my anxiety grew so intense that I had to reach out to professionals for support. It all started with overthinking and ended up with finding ways to quit. All those sleepless nights, crying out silently and feeling choked, and the most difficult task to wear a fake smile and show the world that you're fine. After facing all this, I ended up contacting various counselors, joining bounce back programs, and doing what not to get myself feel okay. But somehow I survived that phase and today I'm here. My encounter with mental health issues made me realize how millions of people around the globe are suffering and have no support. How millions of people are in a much worse state than I was in. And this made me determined to do something for the society in the field of mental health. I founded Inspiredose in 2020. We initially started with posting motivational stuffs on various social media platforms. Gradually, we started conducting surveys, giving out free printable journal sheets, and recently, we started free counseling and therapy session services. Apart from this, I had been advocating for the cause of mental health by writing for various newspapers, magazines, and blogs, and recording various podcasts and videos. This small initiative is there to make a difference. And if you want to know more about Inspiredose, please to contact us and know more about us as I'm sharing the link to our various platforms. I conducted a survey on Instagram about how many people open up about the mental health issues they are facing, and the results were 82% don't. They said they feel ashamed, inferior, and weak talking about their mental health issues. Do you know why people don't actually reach out for support? The main reason is our society. People feel if someone is anxious, it's because he or she wants an off day. Or if someone is depressed, he or she wants the spotlight. But are you really sure that the other person is not suffering? Instead of judging them, won't it be much helpful if you simply support them and be kind and generous to them? This awareness can be created if people are taught this when they are kids. Mental health should be a mandatory subject in school. Students should be taught about various mental health issues, the symptoms that are related to them, and strategies to cope up. They should be taught about self care routine. Well, I would like to share my self care routine with all of you. The COVID-19 pandemic accelerated this problem. People's mental health deteriorated mainly because of financial issues they were facing. They lost their loved ones, and teens were stressed out because of online education and lack of social life. According to a scientific brief by World Health Organization, global prevalence of anxiety and depression increased by massive 25% in 2020. According to another report by WHO, major countries spend only 2% of their health budget on mental health, and many low income countries have just one mental health care worker per 1 lakh people. According to WHO, one person dies every 40 seconds by committing suicide. Suicide is the second leading cause of death among people aged 15 to 29 years. All these reports are actually a wake up call for the nations to start investing in mental health, to improve and ensure that mental health facilities are available to everyone. The world actually needs a revolution in mental health. These were the words of a UN rights expert. And it is possible only when governments, communities, organizations, and individuals join hands and work together to make a society where mental health facilities and resources are available to everyone. And there's no stigma attached to mental health. I hope this talk would have made a small difference. Before bidding you goodbye, I would like to recite a short poem that will fill you with faith and hope. Remember, on a foggy day, the sun, the moon, and the stars also had no hope. Remember, in winter season, the snow covered grasslands also had no hope. Remember, a caterpillar who was just about to become a butterfly also had no hope. But they all shined, blossomed, bloomed, and bounced back in an incredible manner just because they still had faith on themselves and the Almighty. There's always sunshine after storm. You just have to be faithful and patient. To anyone who is going through an emotional crisis or know someone who is, these are the helpline numbers you can get support from. Also, you can email or reach out Inspiredos and we will try to provide you the best possible solution. At last, I will request all of you to take a 365-day pledge to fight stigma and promote mental health, to strive for a world that is mentally fit, and the change starts from you. So keep smiling and be kind. Thank you.